Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. What's the deal, YouTube? We're back with Xbox Beast Fire. If you guys, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm back. I let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I let my dogs use the bathroom. You know, got the old ass dogs. They got bladders like prunes. We're gonna get you guys to be so kind to hit the like button. We're not gonna be here too long. I was trying to do a Kodi video, and I don't know what the hell. I kept messing on the pad.
I know what happened.
Yeah, I was on this. I was stuck on stupid back here. But like I said, as the room was filling up.
I gotta help you, bro. I see the Kodi behind you, man. I gotta help you put a build on there. I gotta
put the pad in correctly, and I'm like, hell, that shit ain't working.
You're gonna have to help me with that one too.
Hey, yo, I did about 9 takes, man.
I was on what's the name, and I was on Xbox Live helping Brian set it up on his Xbox.
But there's a couple builds. A lot of people are using the older build. That's why it's not working. But
you got to use a build that's version 18. It has to be version 18.
More or less, more or less. Say yes, more. But like I said, as the room was filling up, you guys, as you come in, and join us, if you be so kind, hit the like button. I'm gonna start from left to right, see what's going on. Cause I haven't spoken to some of these people in a while. We haven't given you guys an old school Beast Fire in a minute. D, what's going on with your good brother D? You out there counting that CUDA first of the year? Talk to me.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, I had a good holidays. Spent some time with my kid, so I kind of laid off the games a little bit. We did some outdoor activities. My cousin came down from LA, King Batch, so we spent some good family time. Yeah, it was good. Last night after New Year's, I don't know, I was a little bit tipsy, and I had my water cooling to install, and I decided to do it till 5 o'clock in the morning, man.
Okay.
So I'm like sleep deprived.
For sure.
You're crazy.
Who's next up?
Dude was teaching his son about that presence.
That presence.
Damn, we already got money in the chat.
Rand's already $5 holler.
That's what's already do, man. Hey, my man Rand's a Stone Cold PC dude, PS4 dude, but it's my man though. Good. Talk to my man.
We going to KFC for a $5 box, player.
For sure, man. Hey, Post, what you got going on? How was your New Year's? What did you do? Talk to me.
I slept. I was so tired. When you get so tired, your body force you to rest. Like no matter what you do, it's gonna tell you to. That's the type of tired I was. So I hopped on my breathing machine and I was out.
Oh, you got sleep apnea, right?
Yeah, I got sleep apnea, and so I hopped on when midnight came. My girl was over. I was like, "Happy New Year, kiss, bow." I'm out.
So that was it. Hey, yo, you was no drinks. My man from CB4.
No drinks, no none of that.
He said kiss, bow.
Yeah, no drinks, no smoke, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? Woke up in
over there drinking them 4 Locos till he dozed off. He know what it was.
And then, like every time you wake up in the middle of the night, you get it in. Bow.
What the hell? With your machine on and everything?
No, you take the mask off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
On this back, wake
up feeling revitalized this shit.
I ain't post your food for that one.
For real, woke up like bow. Take that.
Oh, man.
All right, moving on.
What's
I
going
don't
on?
want this picture in my head.
Boom.
Hey, what's going on with you, King Blood Gaming? I haven't spoken to you in a while. What's going on with your good brother? So you getting your stream on?
Man, so you already know how I do it, bro. Just destroying people in video games and doing what I do best, man.
What you been playing? What you been streaming? Tell the people.
I got back into For Honor. I'm always streaming PUBG. That's just my game right now.
So what
you've been going crazy in PUBG, bro.
PC, you got full PC, man.
No, I'm talking about what have you been streaming to? YouTube, to Twitch, Mixer? What have you been streaming?
I've been streaming on everything. YouTube, fucking Facebook.
Oh damn,
messing around, bro. Like you know how it be, man.
Yeah, he been going crazy in PUBG.
Drinking and posting. Trying to get that mouse and keyboard. Trying to get that mouse and keyboard control right. You know what I mean?
For sure, my man. Mighty Moss, the man with the medicine.
Yeah.
What's going to talk to? What you got going on with yourself?
All right, man, nothing, yo. I'm just trying to get used to this Yeti, man. I'm loving this, man. Bought myself my goddamn Christmas gift. You.
No, what you talking about? The bottom of snowman? What you talking about? The mic? What you talking about, good brother?
Yeah, the mic. Yeah, they got the mic. Came with Assassin's Creed for PC. Yo, I'm about to be like Garrett and abandon the Xbox for a second, yo.
Oh man.
Yo, he got that mic off.
Yo, he got that Yeti X. Yo, he got that Yeti XL edition. Every time he speak, it automatically do spreadsheets for him.
Giving out tranquilizers in the medicine, yo. But yeah, I'm just trying to do it, man.
All right. But like I said, before I go to, you got anything planned for 2018? Anything up your sleeve that you're working on?
I'm gonna redo, you know what I'm saying, some of the visuals on the show. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about they tired of the black background. I'm gonna do some things, you know, spruce it up a little bit, give it some work. You know what I mean? So some things is coming. Coming.
For sure. All right. Who's at the Mighty Moss? I'm looking at my screen here. Was it Neethus? My man, Neethus, my brother. MPD King.
Welcome back,
Neethus.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Let's do this, man.
My brother, Melissa, man, you left on a high note. You know what I mean? You went out there and defeated the boogeyman.
Mr. Share my screen. I know.
You walked up to the sun site with a W. We ain't heard from you since. But you was in India petting the gals, feet and gnats and all. What's going on? Where have you been, man?
He left on top, didn't he?
Yeah, didn't he? Where you been at, brother?
Before I will tell you the reason why I left.
All right,
I made a really dumb bet with Poor Rock. I said that Nintendo Switch ain't reaching 10 million in the first year. They reached it in like 9 months, so I went away. I had to remind myself. Went to Temple. You know how to break down like Z did, apparently. So I had to find myself, but I'm back. And for my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna try to make daily content. So,
my man, Neither. Let me tell you something. Real talk, right? The sidebar as the room is still filling up. As you guys come in, hit the like button, right? I remember we first hooked up with Neethus. I think we met Neethus in the live stream or something. I know we met Neethus in the live stream. And started coming around as more and more and more. Neethus the biggest mooching crap fanboy ever in the world. Shout out to them dudes, right?
Yeah.
And it was crazy, right? And someone was telling me, like, yo, you can do this. Neethus was so goddamn shy. I'm like, Neethus, you dope, bro. Go out there and channel your inner voice, man. And it's crazy, like I said, you know, just and I remember me talking about posts. We want to talk about on your back. We were just talking. I'm like, man, Neethus dope, yo. He got this. You know what I mean? And the more and more you started to do it, and I guess have confidence in yourself, and you know, like I tell you, you're no different than it's really you guys. You're no different than somebody with 1 million subscribers. We all do the same, the same thing. We just, a person with a camera. And like I said again, I wish you nothing but much success in 2018. But you got to go out there and put in the work. Like I said, hard work beats out talent any day of the week. And like I said, 2018 for all of us, you got to buckle down and get it and get it, man. But the dope shit to have you back. Blue, we got a new member, Blue. First time ever. I'm working with a woman, you know what I mean? Nothing against you, you know what I mean? I've been known to be sexist, sometimes racist. Can't keep my hands to myself. May God. Well, what you got going on with yourself, Blue? I see you out there with the scary stories. You like, you're a man, a woman that wears many hats. Talk to me. For those that are joining, introduce yourself into the audience. What's going on?
Just been here trying to get this Discord together. Anybody that has not joined, definitely come through.
We got a permanent link because the link I was using, people told me it was working.
I don't know what. No, people were having problems with getting their link to work. If your link is not working for whatever reason, just copy the last few digits or the last code at the end of the link and copy it and add it to the add server section here. If you know how to use Discord, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know how to use Discord, feel free to DM me and I will let you guys know. I did help someone get that resolved. But I did throw it in the chat.
In the videos, like when I do my videos or whatever, whoever does it, here's the link to our Discord. Everybody can use it. You can, and everybody's building their own little fan base now. I don't like to call people fans, but their own little followers or whatever the case may be. So a link that
we call them bandits.
Yeah, whatever.
In our Discord.
Bandits?
Yeah. Broadband bandits.
Broadband bandits. Oh, I like that. So look, you guys are working without. I didn't know about that.
Broadband bandits. So if you guys want to be on the show, we are going to incorporate call-ins. So definitely join the Discord now, so you have early access.
Yeah, if you're on the Discord, it'll be much easier for you to do the call-ins. So join the Discord now.
All right, Xbox Juice, what's going on, good brother?
Yo, what's going on, man? First of all, Happy New Year to everybody.
Same to you.
Happy New
Shalom.
Year.
Yeah, yep. Just been chilling, man. Resolution for the year is to do some damage to these ponies. You know,
that's a sole purpose
apply
in
the
life.
pressure to the neck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just makes it pretty much every day. Check me out on there, and shit, let's do it, man. Ready to get on.
Right. All right.
Jerk pony legs. He jerking the pony legs this year.
So everybody got a chance to let's see what they got going on with themselves and introduce themselves. As like I said, I'm not looking at the screen. If you're saying what's up to me, I do apologize. I'm still tweeting the link out. But anyway, like I said, starting right away, we I guess we can go. We're not going to be too long, but I want to take a synopsis of 2017, the highs and the lows for Microsoft. I'm gonna get to each one of you guys' opinion. Of course, I want to talk about Kodi. That's between Kodi and PUBG. I don't know what got people so riled up. And what are you looking for? Like I said, in 2018. Starting like I said with Neethles. I haven't spoken to you in a while. You know what I mean? You've been out there training with Dal Sim doing Mooga Flame, Mooga Flyer. 2017, the highs and lows for Microsoft for you. Did you get the X? Are you enjoying? Like I haven't talked to you in a while, so talk with the highs and lows for Microsoft for you, like in your honest opinion.
Can we pay the bills real quick? Terabyte Game and just drop $10 in the super chat.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Terabyte Game. I spoke to my man. Let's see how real I am, right? Real. No, I always got a story to tell. Terabyte Gaming, and again, I shout out to him. Shout out to all the super chat supporters, the Patreon supporters. Shout out to you guys that have been holding us down. Terabyte Gaming. I spoke to him. He always dropped a few dollars in the super chat. I said, "What's up?" I didn't even know he had a channel. Didn't even know he had a channel. I said, "Bro, you can't get down and rock with him." Gave him a number. Spoke to him on the phone. But again, shout out to you, Terabyte Gaming. For swinging by and like what I'm gonna do. Check it out right here. Check it out. I'm gonna make you an admin right now. Drop the link to your channel in the link. My man got to just get some crazy content, high production. I'm gonna make you an admin. So leave the link right now to your channel, good brother, and you guys can check him out. Shout out to you though. I'm sorry. Neethles, not to cut you off. What you say, good brother?
Well, I'm a very honest guy.
Yes. How are you? Talk to me.
I'm a very honest guy, so I gotta keep it real with you. Microsoft this whole year until the Scorpio. There was no high until that fucking console launched. I mean, when I got it, it was great. I could play all those shitty games because they just look so goddamn good. I'm playing The Witcher right now, even though it runs like shit. But before, what we had Halo Wars, and I can't even think of another game.
Voodoo Vince, Lucky Tales.
Yeah.
Woo. Phantom Dust. Forza 7, and
oh yeah. Okay.
Cuphead.
Halo Wars too.
The Scorpio was basically out by that time. That's the thing. Like before that, it was just garbage. I'm sorry. That was like one of the worst years for Xbox until it dropped.
Definitely.
All right. So you're saying your honest opinion? 2017.
2017 was shit. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's your opinion. Okay. I'm a man, Juice. I know he's probably dying to get in here. So the highs for you were the what?
So the highs for me pretty much was the Scorpio definitely was a high on Xbox point, but I mean everybody know that Scorpio was coming, so it really wasn't something that everyone was geared up for until we saw what it can do, like with the graphics and stuff like that. So I mean, other than that, PUBG that was pretty good, and all the hate that it's getting is unwarranted in my opinion. But I'm having fun on the game, and the whole year was kind of slow for Xbox. Like I said, I gave him a B- on the previous show, but with the new hardware and what they have planned for the future, like State of Decay 2, Crackdown, and things like that. I'd say the future is bright in 2018. So that's what I have to look forward to, and definitely looking forward to Sea of Thieves coming together with the community and things like that. So Xbox is looking good, man. You can't deny the fact that they'll have the best looking games. So
all right,
I'm mad with it.
All right, spoken like a true politician, my man.
Yes, sir.
A Blue, your honest opinion of Microsoft's 2017, the highs and the lows, and
I mean, look, we all know that we need more games, but
now what do you mean we need more games? I got a back catalog. What do you mean by I need to be more specific? What do you mean we need more games?
We need games that are exclusive games.
Oh.
I personally don't care. I mean, I'm playing what I want to play anyway, so it's fine. But if you want to be proud of something, you want to be able to brag about it. So, right? But I was excited about the Xbox One X just because I went to the release party, so that was fun. But I mean, it was a year. It was, it was fine. Whatever. It wasn't that big of a year for me.
Oh, so in your honest opinion, you think Microsoft and Sony had a better year?
I don't think any of them had a good year.
Microsoft had the better year, in my opinion.
Why? Because of the Xbox One X?
Exactly.
But why? Nothing really special came out to be like.
You cannot tell Juice no different.
The Xbox One X to be like.
That was the biggest thing of the year. The hardware came out and people was blown away by it.
Yeah, but the hardware came out without a special software to show it off, right?
They had tons of games enhanced for the console. What are you talking about?
Okay, so enhanced games are good enough for you?
Here we go.
You said old games?
Well, here's the thing, though, Juice.
They're not old games.
Like the very end of the year, though.
Way better.
Does that make up for the shitty year you had?
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad year. I'm saying it was an okay year. I'm not saying it's like, horrible year.
Okay, yeah, so the okay year.
Yeah, I'm not with Nethos with the shitty year shit.
Oh, put the Dalai Lama in his place, man. You come back talking this. Put him in his, what happened, bro? Talk about it, Juice. What happened?
I don't know what they're talking about, man. It's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Look what
Yo, Juice, remember that Gamescom? What
did Sony give you this year?
All those exclusives?
Me? Nothing.
Like what? What did they have this holiday season? What was everybody talking about? PUBG?
Oh, so you're going to exclude the year to the holiday season and I forget about the whole year.
What did they give you the whole year?
I mean, yeah, but did you
two story player games you got done with in like what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, better than nothing.
Oh,
how long you
wait a second. He said,
"Keep playing, they're gonna put you on corporate slave awards, though."
My God, we can't deny the facts, dude. This year was crap.
The console alone. I'm telling y'all, Juice is an Xbox can't do no wrong type. That's my bro, but
2018
Xbox he loves his Microsoft, bro.
Those multiplats might be nice, but they weren't here.
Okay, so when Sony was toting the multiplats,
man, get them
2 years in a row. With no
look, bro. No. Early in the generation, I was the Xbox guy. I always said the Xbox was better because of those games they were throwing at you.
And now all the multiplats that come out look.
Now it's like reverse.
So run better on the Xbox. Perform way better on the Xbox compared to
we gotta stop doing. We gotta stop doing. Stop worrying about the past. Why do you want Microsoft to be in 2018 what Sony was in 2015 or 2014 or 2013? Like, no, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want Microsoft to be great. I want them to have the X and have a lot of games to go with it. Everybody knows that PlayStation starts out slow and then just keeps going after a few years. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to look like Microsoft started out fast. Now they're wheezing in the back when it comes to games. Like,
talk about it, King.
All that I can't do it, bro. Like, let's be real with ourselves right now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta cut all that out. Like, it is what it is.
Yo, let's pay the bills. Let's pay the bills.
Pay the bills. Pay the bills.
Hold on, what happened?
Shout out to Predator. H2O.
Yeah, about to say, shout out to Predator.
Fuck round number Z. We got to get on PUBG again.
So see if things can crack down. Like I said, those games ain't
$10 in the super chat. Thanks, bro.
No, that's $10. Listen, talking about, man.
77 cents. You can't forget about the 77 cents.
No, my bad. Not bad.
If I wasn't
get a little can soda with that 77 cents, a little ginger ale or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if I wasn't under NDA, I would tell you what I think about Sea of Thieves, big fella. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I know a lot of people.
King's blood on that one, yo.
I'm gonna leave that alone for a couple months. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. But when I do, I promise you, y'all gonna be like, God damn.
That one, yo. I played it too, so
a duet, King's blood.
I played it too, though. So
#wood buffing, y'all.
Hey, Juice.
We're gonna be like Zapp and Roger out here, man, on that Sea of Thieves, man.
Hey, I'm gonna get my man Moss on the same video. Hey, Moss, we had to do a feature on that, bro.
You said computer love.
You see your thieves. You're getting on the boat.
Hey, my babies.
Babies all up in the inside. Yeah.
I want to see how many of you guys are all going to be saying the same thing when the game comes out and everyone's like talking shit about it. Y'all like, but Xbox has an exclusive though. Let's see. Because
you know what? On the real, for real, and if I can give my perspective, I personally agree with Juice personally, but I'm not the only gamer out here. So you got to look at the whole totality. For the whole totality, Microsoft fell short in giving Red Meat to its hardcore. Because it didn't give Red Meat to its hardcore, we can't go out there and bang it out with the media and these ponies and all the other stuff, man. They got to do better. They got to do better.
You have, like King said, we have to be honest with ourselves. I mean, maybe Juice is being honest with himself, but honestly, from my perspective, it didn't go so well for me this year from Microsoft. And I'm a Microsoft fan, but I gotta be honest with them because I want them to do like King said, we want them to do great things. And if we're even when they do bad, Go ahead. What's up?
Comic-Con?
What'd you say?
Town 3 again?
It's Comic-Con. You know what I'm saying? You bought it.
Remember we had damn.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
Your body.
My man.
Like your voice is
cancer. What happened?
Your voice is breakdancing, bro.
That's what he gets for calling this. Xbox having a dropout. That's what happens.
Max Hendrum back with him. Oh my.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. State of Decay, it looks that's gonna be the game I go get. But that Crackdown, bro, listen, let me tell you something. Crackdown might replace the Order 1886. You know what the Order 1886 is doing right now? No, y'all not understanding. Hold up, y'all not understanding. You know what the Order 1886 is doing right now? Inside where I play video games at, it holds this Hennessy. Yeah. That's what it is.
He said Crackdown is demoted to
that's an exclusive, man. What you
cup holder?
More games like that on Xbox.
Man, hey, bro, like, come on, man.
Crackdown ain't the answer, bro.
Crackdown ain't the cup holder.
Yo, Crackdown finna be a cup holder, bro.
I want to say nothing on Crackdown until I see it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I haven't seen enough about it. Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta play it.
I gotta play it.
I need to see that multiplayer. If it ain't what I think it is, it definitely, bro. Listen.
Yeah, if anything, the multiplayer is gonna be the thing. If it's a miss on the multiplayer, it's definitely a cup holder. But if they succeed, especially with all the destruction and stuff, we definitely going in there squadding up and shooting down buildings and smashing people.
Let me tell y'all something. If Microsoft is smart, they need to adjust the price on some of these games, bro. Like Sea of Thieves, I wouldn't pay 60 for Sea of Thieves.
I wouldn't
pay 60 for Crackdown. Like, I'm sorry, that's probably gonna be two games.
Be like a $30 game. Sea of Thieves need to be like a $30 game.
Like, bro, like you can't you're not gonna hit them for 60.
You can say that about Crackdown without knowing without seeing a lot about it, though.
If I don't see that number one, come on, man. I don't know if you heard about
show anything
Crackdowns, but
they have.
The first one was the dopest one. 2 was 2. They kind of dropped the ball on 2, but the first one was super fun. If they drop the ball on 3, then you know, it's.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm with Renz in the chat. Renz in the chat says Crackdown was never a big deal. When it first came out, it showcased that the co-op joint. You know what I'm saying? And you like that, but to me, it was never.
Crackdown was just something that Microsoft served up to give you a taste of like, a GTA type game, an open world type game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't never
about to serve you up again in 2018.
Crackdown got all the attention up when it had the beta for Halo 3. But when people actually played the game, it was fun. It wasn't about graphics or anything like that. It was about the co-op. It was about the gameplay, leveling up, throwing cars at people, all types of shit. Leveling. It was about that jumping from building to building, getting to the highest points to get all the orbs and stuff and leveling up. That's what it was about, and that's what made it a big deal because it sold what did like over 1 million, 2 million for the first one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was fun. They didn't replicate that in 2. They took some things out, and then now in 3, everybody is waiting on this this cloud computing to show off these destructible environments in a multiplayer, and that's gonna make or break the game.
All right. Well, AD, would you have to say something? You want to add something?
I just wanted to touch on that about the, you know, and I want to say this wholeheartedly. You know, I'm an Xbox guy to my core. As you've seen, I've been on there for like 16 years, an Xbox Live member, and you know, I see some other stuff in people. They're in denial. They don't want to admit that, you know, Microsoft didn't have the best year. I don't know how anybody could say that Microsoft had a better year than any of the 3 companies last year, because they didn't. And I'm just gonna have to speak the facts here. I think Sony had a better year than us, not just in sales, but also in exclusives. Yeah, towards the end of the year, yeah, it got a little bit scarce, but throughout the year, especially the beginning of the year, they had a couple bangers out there, and they did well, and it appealed to their core, unlike what Microsoft was doing with us. Now, towards the end of the year,
that's because everybody holds Sony to a lower standard.
No, man. It's just the way it is, man. And towards the end of the year, Microsoft had Cuphead, which was excellent, and of course the Xbox One X. Now, the thing that saved us gamers on the Xbox One side was these games being enhanced. So we were actually able to go back and play some of these older games or some of these games that were in our back catalog, and they were enhanced. So it kind of.
So what's the difference of having games in the beginning of the year and then having at the end of the year? If one,
they had more games than us. Period. They had higher quality games than us. Period. Throughout the year. All we really,
like what though?
All we really had. Let's be honest. All we really had this year was Forza and Cuphead. And okay, let's count PUBG.
But they probably sold better than all the games they got.
And PUBG is still in the early development. So Nintendo had a great year. They really surprised me. I didn't think it would sell as much. I didn't think it would keep the momentum, and it has. And we got one for the kids. I've had Switches all throughout the year, and I've been selling them, but I never really actually flipped it on. So we got one for the kids over the holidays. And obviously I played it, and you know what? On the TV itself, like, yeah, I can see that, you know, the graphics aren't as great and whatnot, but when it's actually in the handheld mode, it's actually pretty cool. It's okay, and I can see how it can appeal to some. Like, I still wouldn't go get up for myself personally, but you know what? The odd time when my kid has it down, I'll pick it up and might play it for like 20-30 minutes. But Microsoft, they really didn't have a good year until the X. Now the X is changing the narrative a little bit, and it's changing the public opinion of the Xbox One X, but they need to do more. Now this year, I think we're gonna have some good games. I think Sea and Thieves is gonna do well. I've played the not the beta, whatever you call it, in the preview program there. The alphas. I played the alpha, so I'm not really going to talk too much about it. I think some will like it. I think some won't, but I think it's going to sell. I think State of Decay. I think State of Decay is going to do really well. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm waiting for Forza Horizon, the next one. That one's obviously going to do well too, and I can't wait to see how it looks, because obviously it's going to take advantage of the X. But apart from those, okay, and Crackdown. But apart from those games, we don't really have a lot of games to anticipate for this year. So they still have a problem with some of the exclusivity, right? Where Sony has, you know, Spider-Man coming out, Days Gone coming out, The Last of Us 2 coming out, God of War coming out. So they got some big bangers coming out, and we need to, the Xbox side needs to catch up to Sony in that sense. Now I think they're on the right direction. They address the power issue, so no longer can people say, yeah, the Xbox is weak. It's now the most powerful console. Now they just need the games, and I think we're going to see a lot of them at E3. But as far as last year, I don't think Microsoft had a good 2017. Towards the end, it was good with the Xbox One X, but it was the end. You know, the year itself was kind of disastrous for the console.
How about you, Buddy Moss? You want to let you chime in?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said before, I personally agree with Juice on my personal opinion. I don't like the Sony games, but you got to look at the totality of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just bigger than us nerds. Like I scale what Microsoft did on how well they closed the gap, and they didn't do a hell of a job closing that gap. Even though they did close in November with NPD, they should have pulled that out, and they got outmaneuvered. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? So going into 2018, like King Blood said, let's not look in the past. Going into 2018, here's what I think Microsoft need to do. They need to hammer it home about exclusives for the hardcore to give us some red meat. You know what I'm saying? To work with. Also, what they got to do is they just got to do better marketing. Like, for instance, the PlayStation Pro, they marketed that thing as the most powerful console until the Xbox One X dropped. I saw a whole bunch of PS4 Pro commercials online on Xbox channels. They can't be outdone in marketing in 2018. They got to do a better job because there's a lot of casuals that don't even know what the Xbox One X does. That's ridiculous to me. So they got to do better giving us red meat, and they got to do better with the marketing.
Oh, I'm a vegetarian, big fella.
I mean,
big fella.
All right, did everyone else go? They posted you go?
As far as what they need to do this year,
yeah.
It's so
I mean, how come out with more single player story games?
Nah, it's not just about single player story games.
Crazy,
because that's all he mentioned was Spider-Man, State of Decay, God of War. I mean, come on, like. I mean, Microsoft is actually giving you a variety of games. Like, we can go into PUBG with a whole bunch of people, group up and do that. You know what I'm saying? You can play Gears of War and do that, and the story mode too. Like, what, they only give you story games. Where's the variety in that? Like,
well, they have. Let's be honest here. They got all the multi-plats too. Come on, let's be honest.
We got all the multi-plats too. We can play the same game.
No. You know what? I'm not gonna take this shit. Honestly, Microsoft.
Microsoft third-party content out there.
And the more you damage control is the worse it's going to be for us. Because if they don't think there's an issue with it, how are they going to even try to address it? If
these motherfuckers is clamoring out there to get PUBG.
PUBG is one game.
PUBG is going to the PS4 though.
PUBG is going over. That's not exclusive.
Exactly.
That's not
exactly. But that's what they want.
I mean, it's exclusive from now as long as it's in game preview.
If that's the case, it was always going anyway. PUBG, no matter how you look at it, is a PC game.
Exactly.
It's where it runs the best. So consoles are basically getting the pleb version of it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not matter that they get it.
And from Bluehole, they trying to be on every system as possible. So they already.
Where's the variety in Sony's collection though? Like where are they single player? Where is their first party Halo? Or where's their first party?
Well, that's Sony. Sony is not Microsoft. Sony is not Microsoft. Sony does
so
what
y'all claim.
Sony has more variety than we have. I don't even know how that's even disputable.
We have to stop this right now, bro. Sony does what and that's why Sony. That's one thing I like. Sony does what Sony does best. It doesn't try to be Nintendo. It doesn't try to be a Microsoft. You know, it does what it does best. Now, it tried with the first-person shooters and things like that. It didn't succeed. So they say, hey, we're going to stick to what we do best. High production, cinema value, single-player games. That looks great. And they do it well, and they games sell. Uncharted 4 did well. What, 8 million plus this year? It did well. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft does multiplayer gaming well. It should do. Be that, you know, it kicked off with Xbox Live first and Halo 2 and all those things kind of set the path for the online format that we're getting today in most of these games. What I need Microsoft to do in regards to their games is not so much exclusives. I want them to match production value in regards to the games that they put out. Some of these games, they be fun, but they, you know, sometimes they look cheesy. I want that real cinematic movie dirt grit. You know what I'm saying? I like what Sony did with the Last of Us 2 trailer. You see how, you know what I'm saying? The controversy they started over that trailer and the shit that they put in there, just, you know, just not just pushing the boundaries. Like, we're going to do the same things you'll see in movies. I want a type of game like that. Even with a Halo or Gears, I want the production value to step up. I think they could do a lot better in some of the games with the production value. I
have to tip my hat to Sony in one comment that they made last year that as a gamer, just I was so happy when they said, "Listen, this is a game made by adults for adults." That type of bravado is the type of shit that Microsoft needs to have. Not caring what people think. Make the games that you want to make on your platform, and don't be apologetic for it.
And don't be apologetic for it. You know what I'm saying? Because watching that Last of Us 2 trailer, I now want to go and play Last of Us, the first one, and see what the story like.
Last of Us is a really good game,
right? Because you're looking at it, what they, and most developers, when it comes to women in games, they're kind of fall back in regards to what they allow the women to do in the game. Oh, we don't want women to get killed or this and that because we don't want to have a female lead character because we might get this No, Sony's saying, fuck that. Look, these are adult games, and we're going to do what we got to do and make the games we make, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Kids go to movies and see women doing all types of stuff on screen. You could do the same thing in games. So I just want Microsoft to have those type of grown-up games, man, that push the boundaries.
Okay, well, so just do you concur? Do you agree, or they just what are your thoughts? Or Halo just got you strung out?
If you want more story games and stuff like that, he just said that's not what Microsoft do. So I mean, the first-person shooters and games like Halo, those are mature games. I'm not Halo, but Gears of War, that's a mature game to me. What other game can you shoot somebody's leg off and shit like that, blow somebody's head off? That's mature in my opinion.
No. I'm not saying that. No,
I'm not trying to sit there and watch no movie.
You're not
watch a movie. I go.
No, you're not understanding me. You're not understanding me. Bro.
Nah, I'm not trying.
Look, Microsoft has a balance in their multiplayer games and their single player games, right? They have a good single player, they have co-op, and they have multiplayer. I'm not taking that away from them, but I'm talking about in terms, if I'm comparing Microsoft single player experience to what I see on Sony, then I'm going to give Sony the upper hand in regards to the
as a cinematic.
No. Because I'm talking about
I'm not trying to watch a movie. I'm trying to play.
No. Okay, it's not just about watching. You play that. It's hard for you to you see. You're not understanding. You're trying to discern from between watching something and experiencing something. I'm talking about the experience you get from the production value that they put in their games. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about watching them like watching a movie. I'm just saying I want Microsoft to do the same in their single player.
Maybe you can understand more. So Juice, this year, what did you enjoy from Microsoft this year? Maybe you can see
everything. They ain't nothing wrong. They ain't do no wrong.
Games. I played all the enhanced games.
I'm talking about for exclusive wise. I'm talking about exclusive. What have you enjoyed? Like what? Like nigga, this shit.
We gonna put you 100
before my boy Juice
podcast.
Oh my!
Before my boy Juice go off, I just want to welcome everybody to our little. We're having a sit down with my man Juice. He's really going through something. We're just trying to,
intervention.
We're having an intervention with my boy Xbox Juice, and we're getting him right over here.
Juice is on the
man. I didn't do a lot of exclusives from Xbox this year. I played like Gears. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit. So I'll be on that all the time, pretty much. Everybody knows that Microsoft didn't have a lot of exclusives this year, so it wasn't a lot out there. You know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but you don't more or less care for the story-driven one-player, single-player games.
There's story-driven one-player, multiplayer games out there I can play.
No, I'm not negating.
No, that's not like my thing though. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Oh, okay, I
feel what Juice is saying. Juice is saying he don't want Microsoft to do exactly what Sony's doing. I can feel him on that. They just need to ramp up the production. They need to go back to basics and like pull out, start throwing out bangers like they did in the original Xbox days. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't want. Look, I'm gonna get it for this, but I don't want no Uncharted 4 on the Xbox where you climb the mountain, then you watch the cutscene for 10 minutes, then you climb over here and watch it. Man, I beat that on the second, the hardest setting. I got like twice. I don't want that, but I want more Xbox production. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I could agree with y'all. They need to bring out some more exclusives and probably, as Post-Up said, a better cinematic value in the quality of the production of the game. But come on, man, you can't deny the fact that they have been putting out a variety of different things. You know
all right, now nigga, do
What
tell.
is the variety?
Now listen, wait, hold on.
Yeah, we're talking about this year.
I gotta say, hold on, 1 second.
Like, if it comes to
What
race,
is, no, what is the variety? I ain't
hold on 1
talking about
second.
no third party. Don't talk about no third party games. Don't include
hold on
no
1 second.
third party games.
1 second.
Oh,
Get variety from Microsoft first party studios.
Record was trash.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Bezos, that's your opinion.
Hey, look, hold on 1
It
second.
was my opinion. It sold like trash.
Before we
Oh,
before we go any further, hey Juice, I have to remind you this is a drug-free show, and we would hate to question your integrity. So going forward now, what was said again? What was said? What was said that what Microsoft gave? He said Microsoft gave us a variety of games.
I didn't say Microsoft. I said the console has a variety of games. I mean, you could play the same multiplats on the Xbox that you can on the PlayStation. It's
No,
just coming down to
the PlayStation
It's
has
some multi-plat. It's some third party games on Sony. That's
Well,
not
I know.
on,
and there's also too, they have a different variety. They got
got
the
Neo,
niche-
they got Near Automata. None of them games came to
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And
They
them
got,
third party
they got
games.
VR
Those
to
are
add to the
the
mix.
what?
That's another
Second party
variety.
games.
That's another flavor of gaming. They got more shit than us right now, man. It's
Wait,
just the way
are
it
you
is.
guys
especially when it comes to the VR, they do. I could admit that.
What you say? What you say, bro?
Are you guys playing these games?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
already?
have a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have a VR.
So you
I play-
played the ones that you just mentioned?
I don't play Nino Cooney in those games, but I play the rest of them.
Okay, I see. Right, I want to say this right. I've been very quiet on subject, right? And I'm not to say that I spearheaded any of this movement, but we all the term was called bleed green, right? And I brought up again, like I said, 2 years ago. Now, I hate sounding like a broken record, right? Just go. Maybe just you may understand this, right? I've been an Xbox guy since I got my first Xbox. I got it hot, actually. I bought the motherfucker hot, right? And in the hood in 2001,
Hey man, got some Xboxes for you.
Oh my
yeah, right.
god.
Circulating the hood.
I didn't even know what. Listen, I didn't even know what the hell the Xbox was. But I saw
Criminal.
the Rock on it. I know, my son was big into wrestling. I got a couple games. I went to he had a hot credit card. I'm telling him myself, but it's been the past 7 years. We go to Toys R Us, gave him $100, and I got what I want. I got Reckless. I got DOA, and I got you needed back then. You needed the unit to play DVDs. I got that. It was like $30, so I got a whole bunch of stuff, like $100, right? Got home, I was able to put music CDs, and I was sold. Those graphics were better than what was on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? And that's why I just got my first. This was big back. I had me a 32-inch Sony TV. That was big time back in the day, right? 32-inch, right? So I've been an Xbox guy since then, right? And I'm gonna give you guys a little history lesson. During the 6th generation, the Xbox was known as the hardcore gamers machine. It kind of took the Sega Saturn spot. You know what I mean? With Sega was like for the hardcore gamer, because when the Xbox came out, it had a bunch of those Sega cult classics, the Shamus, the Panzer Dragons, the Otages, all that, Daytona USA, all those games you could have got on the Xbox. Blood Rain was a bunch of games, like I said, back then that were kind of exclusive to the platform, right?
Yep.
And I said, right, I'll give you another one, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That game sounds cheesy, but that was dope.
That game was dope.
You know what I mean? It sounds, again, like I said, it sounds cheesy, but it was dope, right? Even Splinter Cell came out first on the original Xbox and had the DLC. It was just ill, right? So it was, like I said, it was looked at as the hardcore machine, right? This before Ninja Gate and all that stuff came out. And I said, right, looking back at the original Xbox in the 6th generation and all of these, how you say, variety of exclusives that they had, right? And to what we have now, to me, they're in a very, very dangerous place. And what I mean by that, just to be, that we are guaranteed to get the Gears, Forza, and the Halo. Now, you listen. Now, there are a lot of gamers such as myself. Not many, but it wasn't Forza that made me an Xbox fan. It wasn't, believe it or not, it wasn't Halo that made me an Xbox fan. Believe it or not, it was Xbox Live and Fable. Maybe it was probably more Xbox Live than anything, right?
Yep.
So you leading into the 7th generation, right? Even then, Microsoft came up strong. You had all different types of exclusive. Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey. I like another one, 99 Nights. I love that game. You know what I mean?
99 Nights, yep.
Human. They had all these different things, right? Project Gotham. And you had the Forza series. And Forza Horizon came out, right? And they had something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And then looking into what you want to call this the 8th generation, right? And I've also said this again, and not sound like a broken record. We have yet to get that oh shit moment for the Xbox, as far as exclusive wise. For the first Xbox, we had Halo, Second Xbox, we have Gears, right? I never forget that hopping out the helicopter, the camera running behind you, run up the stairs, you get that first chainsaw death in the prison. Like that, we haven't got that. And I said that those over the top Michael Bay, you know, Transformer things, that's what made me an Xbox guy, right? And to where we are now. And to being honest with you, to me, in my honest opinion, Microsoft is a former shell of themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't know when you came aboard the hype, you know, the Xbox thing, Juice, but just going back from then, you know, I'm just being honest. From
this is the first console.
Yeah, okay, cool. And again, I would hate to question your integrity. Just looking at all the different games we had. Now, well, listen, I will say this: whether you like,
I'm not saying I disagree with y'all when it comes to them having more exclusives. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but when it comes, no, go ahead.
No. I want you to get your feedback on you. Maybe you can understand. And again, now you got to be clear. This is not now. You got some people in this community who claim to be neutral, right? You know the channels and claim to be neutral, and all they do is just shit on the Xbox, right? So they can do no wrong. So again, and listen, you know, I've gotten more shit from the Xbox out of gamers than Sony guys. Like when I call Microsoft out for their oh no, it was like you gotta be stop being dirty down when things are good. We got the X. I get it. I'm excited, ecstatic about my X. And listen, before anyone calls me a hypocrite, I've always said that I would rather play a I would rather play a multi-plat than a dog shit exclusive any day of the fucking week. I've always said that multi-plats rule, but there are exclusives.
Multi-plats do rule.
That gives a console its identity. And we talked about last week on the multiplayer. Now, you know, and you had Puerto Rock talking about, you know, listening to the game. And I said this, like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If you look at the MPD, the top 10 exclusives on both platforms, top 10 are multi-plats, more or less, you know what I mean? On both platforms. Yeah. Again, so I get it. So what I'm saying is this, right? This year, I just want you to think about this, right? You had Voodoo Vince, Phantom Dust and Original Assets, Phantom Dust, Force and 7. You know what I mean? And Cuphead. Cuphead was dope. I think Cuphead was ill. That's it. Now, whether you like, here's the other thing, what you understand, you. Whether you like those Sony games or not, because same thing can be said for Nintendo. You know I don't like no goddamn Splatoon. That's not for me.
The same thing could be said for some Xbox exclusives.
Yeah, but I will say this, that they cater to their fan base. You understand what I'm saying?
That's the difference.
Whether I'm not gonna buy Yakuza 19 and Gravity Rush 2, but their fans, you know what I mean? I had them excited and talking about that. Yeah. We didn't get that this year in 2017. You know what I mean? And just taking a look around the corner what's to come in 2018. Okay, as an Xbox guy, I would rather play God of War than Sea of Thieves any day of the goddamn week. And that's a fact. You know what I mean? As me being an Xbox guy, I would rather play Spider-Man than Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? Or Crackdown any day of the week. Right? You remember this shit here? When they said, well, next gen Crackdown has never really been about the graphics, right? Fine. They said next gen, wait to E3. Wait to E3. No, wait to Comic-Con. Comic-Con came and went, right? They said, well, no. When I talked about the visuals, these motherfuckers said, nah, next gen, you bugging with that shit. It ain't never been about the visuals, it's been about the gameplay. But then when Microsoft came out and said they held the game back with goddamn visual fidelity, you know what I mean? Maybe, I would hate to question, maybe it's not the context of the color, my character, but maybe the color of my goddamn skin here. You know what I mean? No one never, you know what I mean? And I'm not looking to, when to say, well, next gen you were right. I'm way past that shit. You know what I mean? I'm on some other shit. But to be in denial that Microsoft needs to do better, and I've always asked this question. I get shit on again. I get caught being a Donnie D fanboy, right? And I asked you guys, we talk about the games. Because we also, next year, we talk about the games. And I asked you guys, what games have Phil given us? Fuck policies, fuck games. We buy these consoles to play games. What games have Phil given us to make you sing his praise? Because everything we had thus far has came from Donnie D. Now, this is not my opinion. This is a fucking fact. I love the fucking the Xbox One X. That got green lighted. Now, I'm not talking about what it turned out to be, but to get the original budget to start to make this goddamn console, got green lighted in 2012 on the Donnie D. Now, this is not my opinion. I always tell you guys that I know somebody that knows somebody. Listen, my opinion is my opinion. I have Donnie D again. Listen, no, I don't have a goddamn reason to lie about video games. It's not that serious to me. When I said to you guys that I've talked to people within Redmond over at Turn 10 and said they didn't go to school to put themselves $100,000 in debt just to play card games, I just didn't pull that goddamn number out of my head. This is the goddamn truth. And you motherfuckers argue, no, we don't want to see 343 or what the, but that's the craziest shit ever. We don't want to see 343 make nothing outside of Halo. We don't want to see the Coalition to make something out of Gears. But here you have, again, I'm not the biggest Uncharted fan or Last of Us fan, but I understand those games are huge for Sony's platform, that they can get pushed out 2 iconic franchises with half a fourth of the fucking resources of fucking 343.
You're looking at Sony.
Yo, can we pay the bills real quick? Cyrus Burke dropped $2 in the super chat.
Hey, that's my man. From Twitter, man. What's going on,
looking at Sony 2018 trailer. They saying 2018 is here. The titles in the games in the trailer is Spider-Man, Shadow of Colossus.
They had that in there.
Hold on, I'm just saying this is the games that I'm expecting to hit 2018 because they didn't show no other games. They just said 2018 is here. They show Spider-Man, they show Shadow of Colossus, they show Dreams, they show Detroit Becomes Human, and they show God of War. And that's their Happy New Year's trailer, and they say 2018 is here. So those are the only games they showed in the trailer. They didn't show Last of Us or any other games that people was talking about. They didn't show the Hideo Kojima game or none of that. They just showed Spider-Man, Dreams. Yeah, so those, I guess that's they lined up for 2018. Those games: Spider-Man, Dreams, Detroit, Shadow of Colossus, and God of War.
And also, No Days Gone supposed to. This gets pushed back.
I would believe so if it wasn't in that trailer.
But check it out though. I got it. Other than this thing, first of all, you always come to the show, and my man, this guy here may be more pro Microsoft than Kamega and Juice put together. But he says next gen. Why can Sony get away with giving off God of War and Microsoft can't give us Halo? Okay, let me ask you a question. And it's the guys on Sony's, and again, they're also giving you Spider-Man, something new. No Days Gone, something new. Detroit 2 Humans, something new. And again, and I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that. New. What you said else was new?
Dreams is new.
Okay, fine. Even if that, and a lot of stuff I may not like, but for Microsoft, all 343 is giving us, or they're going to give us, how many Halos have we had this generation? We had the Master Chief Collection. We had the Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, different game. But I'm just saying, I want something else. And listen, and other than saying, as a gamer, fuck this being a fan. I've always said that I'm a consumer first, gamer second. As a gamer, you should want something else. Why is it even an argument? Mm-hmm. We're talking about 343 over finding fucking employees. It took 10 employees to start on The Last of Us 2. That's not my opinion. That's a fucking fact. There's no downside to anything that I'm saying. From your preferred company of choice, you should want better. You should demand better. You may be a huge Halo fan. I get it. Kudos to you, bro. I'm not knocking you for liking it. I'm not a big guy, but I understand how big Halo is to Microsoft and their franchise. I get it. But with 500 employees, you also can give us something else. That's all that I'm saying. With the same budget, well, play this. Even if 343 doesn't, I'll give you an example, right? Crackdown was Microsoft's biggest, was supposed to be their biggest exclusive for the holiday season, right? We can all agree on that, right? The fact that Crackdown was being made by a third company, some goddamn where, I mean? Well, I forgot the name of the goddamn company, and not even being, developed in house. It's a problem. Your big holiday, big blockbuster game was going to be Crackdown 3. You saw it on the cloud. It's not even made by you. It's made by someone else. That in itself is a problem. I don't know if it's a problem with them acquiring talent or whatever the case may be. When you have Capcom saying that they're willing to let IPs go, this was in 2014, I believe. Talked back then, right? 2014. You're supposed to be there with the check. You understand what I'm saying? Supposed to be there with the check. Obsidian, gone to me. They look at me. They can acquire. What's the other one? Visceral. EA just let them go. They need talent. And again, 343, Turn 10, and what's the other motherfucker? The code. You need you need more than that, man. Especially if you're only going to allow them to do those 3 franchises and that's it. It's unhealthy. You know what I mean? Look at Nintendo. God damn. For God's sake. What did they come up with this year alone? Splatoon, Mario, Zelda, Mario Kart 8. You know what I mean? Whatever else? Like, I'm like, come on, like they out there getting hustle. You know, and like, come on, man. Like, I don't even understand how people are even arguing me down. That shouldn't even be a goddamn argument. That should be. You're right. Who would complain or be upset if 343 gave you another game with the same quality of Halo outside of Halo? Who the fuck? Nobody would. You guys would be up here shooting. Woo! Microsoft brought the A game. Megaton. Motherfuckers about to scream from the Raptors. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It is hit the like button, man.
But you know what it is? I don't know. I think this generation, the Xbox guys kind of we took a beat down, and I think they're at the point now. A lot of guys just don't want to admit what's wrong with the company. Like if you see my avatar here, I got a big, huge X on the back of my avatar. I'm an Xbox guy through and through, but I'm not going to sit here and admit to bullshit. Like, they need games, they need to come harder, and the sorry part of it is that they have the money to do it. So what is the problem?
I think they put other resources behind the X.
Didn't you just say games take time to make in the last couple podcasts? I mean,
yes, and they're coming this year, but I'm saying how we got to this point.
Yeah,
hey, listen,
I think Microsoft's problem is they're not confident in ramping up production in-house. If you notice from the beginning, they've always acquired talent, and they've always done it in an assembly belt fashion where that talent just does that thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine, because it's worked for them for the Xbox One, and for the original Xbox, and it's worked for them for the 360. The problem is they ramped down that acquiring different people to work on different things, and that's why it's stale right now.
Hey, listen, my man, other than this guy here, man. You said Halo by itself can support all the Microsoft gaming. Nigga!
It's the Xbox, not the Halo box.
Oh my God. Hey, I can't, man. I'm done, man.
Burnt this biscuit.
I'm done. I done burnt my biscuit. What? We go back again. Look, listen, now we're going back to talk about Microsoft, man. Listen, bro. I can care less. Actually, listen, if you talk about Halo makes which is $1 billion franchise, I will give him that. I think the only $1 billion franchise Sony has may be what do you call it? Turn 10, not Turn, Gran Turismo. Okay, fine. If you're gonna say that, but again, with those being with Forza, Gears, and Halo being $1 billion franchises, that's it. But where's something else? You know what I mean? Like, that's a point. And listen, and it's a true testament to Microsoft's talent as far as being a shrewd businessman. But that hurts us as gamers. Microsoft is not going to, and I've always said this, right? I miss the days of Ballmer and those guys being there because they believed in the platform and they put money I must always give this analogy that I had more faith in the original Xbox, and they got their teeth kicked out by the PS2. You know what I mean? And they had more faith, with those guys behind it than I do now. You know what I mean? All I can say is, again, under Phil, we've lost true Xbox exclusives. Under Phil, we have horrible fucking third-party marketing and advertising. The things that we're complaining about now, all that came under Phil. You know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying. Now he has a newer job. I don't know if things are going to get better. Like, you know what I mean? In his mind, can we all just get along?
I got to disagree with you here.
Okay, you can go first, because I'm definitely going to jump in.
I think Phil is cleaning up the mess that was left to him.
That's what I think.
As much as you want to hail him, he's the reason why we are in this situation. He's the reason why we have the anemic original Xbox One and the horrible message that they sent to gamers if they didn't want to buy the console. That's how we got here. And Phil stopped the bleeding. Now it's a big mess. It's a big mess that he inherited.
I'll ask you a question, D. Now again, I will also remind you that this is a drug-free show. And I will have to question your integrity, okay? You guys act like Phil didn't have a key primitive role in Microsoft in 2011, 2010, 2012, 2013, before he took over in 2014, okay? Okay? Phil, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually a little higher than Shannon Loftus. That was his job, okay? So we're talking about him. It was his job to go out there and get the games, right? Let's understand this, okay? So we're talking right now, we're complaining about Microsoft and their games and the lack of thereof, okay? And you say, no, Phil had to do this. And Phil was right there. He was right there. He was an integral part of the Xbox division back then. Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's even said so in some interviews that he was a little complacent, maybe. But you know what? He knows what I have faith in him. He knows what needs to be done, and I'm watching. I'm listening because of everything that he's saying and everything that the company is doing, everything that the company is saying to the shareholders to back it up. Hold on a second, Z. Once they go to the shareholders, it's not propaganda or bullshit. They can't come to the shareholders with bullshit.
Are you sure about that?
If they're saying they're yes, because it's the shareholders' money. So if they're saying, listen, we're investing this type of money into more games and this and that, it can't be bullshit, Z.
Okay, ready for this? Now, I wouldn't take you hop in this hot tub time machine. I remember when Sony had an investment call to their shareholders, right? And they added the PSP numbers with the PS2 numbers to inflate the numbers. Okay, you can't come out there and say that.
Yeah, and what happened to them? What happened to them as a result of that? Didn't their stocks go down to garbage stocks?
Yeah, no, we're talking about. I'm talking back in like 2000 and.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Sony. We're talking about Microsoft.
It's called spend and damage control. Is Microsoft making money? Yes. Is the Xbox division making money? Yes. And I can give a fuck about their money. Okay. Microsoft makes money off Nintendo and Sony. Okay. They own all the things, the tools that made it. Microsoft got their hands in so many goddamn people's pockets, and I can care less. That's not doing nothing with me with getting games. What we're complaining about, okay?
Listen, Satala went to the board, to the members, and said we're investing millions of dollars into the gaming division. We're gonna rejuvenate it because it's an area that we need to do this. Okay, so they're aware of it. So it's we can speculate what got us to this point, but I think they're aware of the situation they're in, and I think they're doing the steps that they need to do it. And I think this year we're going to hear some announcements.
Microsoft has moved on to 2018. They're done with the.
Somebody left some money in the super chat.
At the end of the day, we're beating a dead ass horse.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They moved on to 2018, bro.
We gotta we can keep asking where the games are, but what we got is what we got coming this year. The only thing that would be a surprise would be some Halo shit or some third party signed shit like PUBG was. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it's time to move on from that, man. Like that, it's beating a dead horse.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I gotta pay the bills here. Cyrus Burke said Crap will be mad because he wants a Halo every 3 years. Daniel J said, with the rise of net neutrality, do you think that could damage Microsoft games as a service model? I think they need to do more single player games. My thoughts, and I agree also. You know what I mean? I agree. I think they need to do this right. I'm sorry, needs to do more also. I mean, they need to do more. Like I said, and believe it or not, I'll give you an example. Right, my uncle, I guess he hates monkey do. No pun intended. He's not really a gamer. He's more of a comic book guy. I would say about him now, and he buys everything. He doesn't play online. He just plays this. When he does play some single player game, believe it or not, there are very few people out there just want to play by themselves and not really into the multiplayer. I understand that the multiplayers games are what drives the money, keep people going back, spending money, spending this. I get that, you know what I mean, and that's why I feel seeing more games as a service. I understand that, right? Overall, maybe I or a few of us here, diehard gamers, whatever, we are what you call a last of a dying breed. You know, I mean, the old realms at the gate, and everything is multiplayer service to keep us spending. Single player games, I'm not saying they're not important. They don't make a lot of money, more or less. They cost a lot to make. They run a lot of awards, but you can't eat awards. I mean, that's why you see things like multiplayers tacked on to games like The Last of Us and Uncharted. 3, 4, whatever the fuck comes out now. You know what I mean? I don't know. But like I said, going forward, 2018, we all have our own opinion of what Microsoft should do and where they should go. I just want, a game or like some games with the, the budget that they give a Halo or a Gears or a Forza. Okay. That's all. Also, like I said, before we get done, I want to talk about Kodi, what the name of the goddamn show is. Been a lot of people upset about this and questioning Phil Spencer and his morality. Talking about Kodi's illegal. We're ripping off the movie industry. Like, this shit is wow.
Sony fans, man, it's Sony fans that's doing that.
Talk to me. Like, what do you guys feel about Kodi? Is it a good thing, bad thing? Talk to me.
Well, Kodi it originally is an Xbox. It's got
it originated on 360
XBMC, so it was the Xbox Media Center, and basically it's like a media center for your on your network, so you can organize all your movies, your music.
Yeah, and you can stream it to your big screen off your computer or whatever device you got.
So what people have done is they've modified it where they can add other stuff that's not supported by necessarily what the app was created for. Now, this is a Windows 10 app. Okay, it's also an Android app, so it's on the computer. It's on all. It's everywhere. You can get this app everywhere. There's many apps that you can hack to do other things that they weren't intended to do. So Microsoft is not putting this on the Xbox for the benefit of pirates. They're putting it on for the benefit of people that have stuff on their media servers.
That's real, bro. Them emulators weren't meant for all that either. But you already know if they pulled them emulators down, they're gonna pull this app down. I mean, I don't know how to tell people any better than that.
They're not going to put it down.
I do think this will move some Xboxes, though. To be honest with you,
they're not going to pull it down.
I do know some people out there that
$500 Xbox One X for Kodi.
No. A regular Xbox One, an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Some people you got Android boxes that are like $200, so some people will get it.
Yeah, they're not going to pull it down. Microsoft actually helped them with Kodi. Converting it from 32-bit to 64-bit and getting it up and running on the Xbox. If you go read their release on Kodi and how they start
seeing how people are putting, or they're going to change it in some way where you can't add them add-ons.
There's already certain things. This Kodi that's on the Xbox is not the full version. It lacks some of the features that other devices have or have at this point. Now, in regard. This whole Kodi thing is crazy. It originated on the OG Xbox. Xbox Media Player. Went through quite a few name changes. Then after the OG Xbox died off, they hooked up with another dude who had a media player app called YAMP. And I forgot what it stands for. And those two teams came together to create what we now have Kodi. Now, they never wanted to leave the Xbox ecosystem. And if they could, they would have put it on the 360 as well. So now that it's back on the Xbox One, they're back home where it all started from, where they was originally created from, where they didn't want to leave. They never wanted to leave, but due to how things was changing technology-wise, they had to do what they had to do. Now it's back on here, and it's not just about everybody looking at it as the download movies and pirate. It's not just about that. It has built-in DLNA, SMB. It supports MySQL. It does so much things outside of the pirating that people who don't have it on their other system is trying to downplay it and using pirating for it. It's crazy because a lot of the add-ons don't even work on there now. You got to do specific add-ons.
Post, listen, you can hit me with all that. You sound like one of the Muslims right now. Hit me with all that bullshit. Listen, you sound like my man with that bow tie and them damn and that final call, bro. Listen, we all know what Kodi used for, big fella. We all know. You can dress it up all you want, dog. You can put a whole fucking sheepskin on a wolf. It's still a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, bro. Like, you sound like you selling bean pies.
I ain't selling no bean pies. I ain't selling. Look, I'm just stating. Microsoft know what this app is and know what it does, and they still help them migrate the app from over to the Xbox One ecosystem. They helped them, and guess what? Kodi, the people who make Kodi, they didn't announce Kodi coming to the Xbox. Guess who did? Microsoft. Microsoft did that on their own. The creators of Kodi.
And hold on. Microsoft is soft. As soon as people say, "Oh, they're bootlegging movies on the Xbox," you know what's going to happen.
Kodi, the creators of Kodi stated that Microsoft announced Kodi coming to the Xbox at the last build. Not them. They had nothing to do with it. They didn't even know. They didn't even know. So Microsoft took it upon themselves to announce this app. They know what Kodi is and what people do with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not probably gonna get all the features where you could do what you do on PCs and other stuff. But shit, I'm running a nice little build right now, and I got you know what I'm
dress
saying.
it up,
I ain't
man. We got the DLNA, and then nobody knows the fuck that shit mean.
You know what, King? You know what, King?
Let me throw some sauce on that. Look, most of the people that are familiar,
that's my bro, man, King, bro. That's my bro. If he ain't riding with something, he gonna tell your ass. I love you, bro.
My boy, man, I gotta keep it a buck, bro.
Facts. That's what I love about you, bro.
Yo, let me tell you something, bro. The way you explaining it, you sound like everybody don't know. If I took this back further before all the streaming era, you know what my man went all the way to the back of the barbershop to get. As soon as he slid them couple movies up in the damn magazine, act like he ain't got them. He grabbed a couple smuts. We already know. You know what I'm saying? You know what Kodi doing, bro. We know what it's doing. You're not fooling.
It's not Kodi. It's the add-on.
But why is it
the add-ons, man?
Can I keep it real here?
Now,
the Sony guys really and truly, they can't say anything about it because you know what has Kodi on it? The Sony XBR Bravio TVs. Because they run Android and they have Kodi.
Sure do.
It's a way to, somebody was saying it's
but nobody ain't saying nothing about that.
Yeah, it's on their TV.
It's not. Don't believe it.
Yeah, what's the PS4? What's the OS? They use Linux or Unix? What are you using?
Nope, they use FreeBSD.
Okay, that's the OS.
Yeah, that's the program. It'll be hard to get on Sony platform given how they use FreeBSD, and plus it'll probably open up issues in regards to people getting access to the hardware. So they won't. They pretty much probably won't allow it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think it's dope. Actually, I was trying to do my video on it in the stream and use my OBS. I did about, man, I was wondering why this shit. I did about 9 takes. I had the address wrong. I had a dot when it wasn't supposed to be. What the hell's going on here? But that I'm gonna do it tonight after we finish the show, man. Again, like I said, I guess we can close with this. It's already 9:30. I wasn't even supposed to be here this damn long. Actually, no, we're actually gonna talk about 2018. Was there anything you guys want to get off your chest personally? You don't like me. You guys want to say?
Yeah,
you okay, Juice?
I just want everybody to move on.
You like Juice?
27. Right? You know what I'm saying? Move on from that shit.
So you tired of this racism in the game? If you talk to me, what's going on, Juice? Get off your chest.
No, it's just like Xbox with the Kodi thing. It's like Xbox can't have nothing for their fans. Every time we get something like PUBG or Kodi, it's like,
hey, Juice, put that shot down, Juice.
Come on. Like I need people to calm down a little bit. Like if people are excited about something, let them be excited.
Exactly. Right? Like why can't we have our excitement for
Plex is all right, but it's not Kodi. It's derived from Kodi. Plex is derived from Kodi, but it's not Kodi. Not them. You only could stream stuff that you have on like another media server on your system and stuff like that. Kodi does that in a lot more. But you
bring up a good point on Plex too. I mean, Plex, a lot of people are downloading pirated movies. They're downloading them and playing them on Plex. So you know what I'm saying?
The fact that
where was the shakedown on Plex when it dropped for the PlayStation? People just need to stop it.
It's not a Sony thing either. It's a fanboy thing because, like I said, it's on all the Sony 2016 and 17 because they run Android.
The reason why this is huge, even for the Kodi developers, because this is the ecosystem that their original software started from. The OG Xbox. They never wanted to leave the Xbox system. So now that they're back on the Xbox, it's something big, not only for them, but for gamers as well. Back then when OG was created, we didn't really have these streaming services. So people was, using it as a media server software, which you was able to do a whole fucking lot with crazy stuff.
Please let it be known that Post Up is the ambassador of most.
You know what, King? You know what? It's cool though. He's saying that though, but he was.
I didn't know what Crunchyroll was until Post Up told me and got me to get it.
He's gonna help everybody too, right? You're gonna help everybody figure it out.
Crunchyroll, you can't talk about my Crunchyroll, bro. That's
hold on 1 second.
I'm on my verve.
Hey, I got someone here with the man crush. Game Over HD. This is for you, Blue. Wow. So y'all don't let the woman of the podcast speak. I just got here.
What?
What?
Yeah.
I chose not to say anything. You got what the
No,
hell
Blue.
is happening?
Shit, you tell
I
Blue
wasn't talking
she
the whole
can't
time because I
speak.
didn't
You
have
crazy.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're late. She been talking on. We had to put her in a woman's place. She was doing too much talking.
No,
Too much goddamn talking.
nobody puts
We
her
had
in
to
my
put her in a
place.
woman's
And I'm
place.
gonna let everybody in chat know too. Y'all don't run things, okay?
Talk about it.
So if you don't have like a little wrench,
he just started something.
Talking about the chat gang like that, man.
Hey, yo, listen.
Yo,
man,
low key.
Remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kings put over the talk, he was asking me. I did hook him up on a bill, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that, though. I hooked him up on a nice little bill. He was trying to watch a little about that.
Yeah, but listen, like I said, Blue, she's not she's a member like everybody. She got just equal say. We ain't got no bosses over here, man. Everybody carry their own weight, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Blue, shameless plug, because you put the link in for the Discord. They keep saying the link that I'm leaving expires, so I don't know what the hell. But listen.
If you guys have trouble with the link, just DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open, and I will help you get it. I have helped a few people get in here.
Yeah.
Definitely join the Discord. It's worth it because we're gonna have people join the show from here eventually when I show Zaire how to use this thing. So join now so you can get in there early.
And listen, by next week, I promise call-ins will be on the Discord. And we're gonna do the I actually hit me about the show we did, the Explain Your Mind. Sorry, Explain
Your Mind show. We up for it now. We doing them twice a month, right?
Yeah, twice next Tuesday. So
we'll be back. Yeah, if you don't know about Expand Your Mind show, that's our new podcast where we talk about religion, we talk about government conspiracy. We kind of dive into pretty much everything, man. And the first show did so well, people was asking us to do it again. So it's gonna be 2 shows out of the month.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything we say before we get the hell about here?
I do want to add one more thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna continuously say this at the end of every show. Send that audio to my email, please. Send the audio to my email. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the link. You guys can shout outs, say what you like about the podcast while you watch the podcast. If you're a Patreon member, you can send me audio on why you joined the Patreon. Anything like that, just send me. So we're gonna put a nice reel together for y'all just to show y'all support, man. We love y'all for watching the content. That's all. There go my email address right there.
Yeah. Don't worry about making a professional post. Gonna clean it up.
Yeah, I clean up the audio. It can be you can just use your phone or anything like that.
And it can be less. It can be like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
30 seconds to a minute, whatever. Clean, whatever. What you like about the show, what you hate about the show, what's your best, whatever show,
whatever made you laugh. Show. Why are you supporting the show? That's important, right? Especially if you're a long-time supporter.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's a link. Also, like I said, last week we get the hell up out of here. Shout out to again, you guys have been rocking out with the super chat. Appreciate it. To the new Patreon supporters, we got some new VIP members. Shout out to you guys. And we gave away PUBG yesterday. I got some more games. You guys want to get another a game today, or you want to save for the multiplayer? It's up to you. It's up to you guys. Yes.
What?
What we giving away?
Multiplayer.
We got a giveaway game today, tomorrow. What don't make a difference.
Yeah, I got like I said, you send audio, you enter in the raffle to win a copy of PUBG.
I forgot about
Yes.
I forgot about it. When you send the audio to my email address, you enter in the raffle to
add to it. We got PUBG. We got Battlefield. We got Forza Horizon 3. We got Mafia 3, and I got some. And I got a Tekken 7 code.
So make sure y'all send y'all audio to my email address and do that, and then y'all enter in the raffle, and then whoever wins probably can pick between those games he just announced. So that's even better. You get to choose what game you want.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, we out here. We catch you guys
next week.
Next Monday. Today's Monday, right? It's next Monday around 8 o'clock.
This man.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Before we roll, 10th Gen. Like the show, drop $5 in the super.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Tim Gen, appreciate it. Tim Generation. That's a deep name. Mike steal that. That's 10th Generation. My man thinking the full stuff.
That's forward thinking right there.
Listen, 2018 is gonna be a big year for the Broadband Bullies here. Brand and stuff, I promise. Right now, what I'm working on, I'm trying to put together our greatest hits. I'm taking a little time, did a lot of shit. Excuse my French, during the year, trying to find some funny outtakes and add it together and putting it in when
That's a lot of content to go through.
Yeah, I should have been started this in December. I mean, in like October, but I just goat mouthing. You know what I mean? Like I said, going forward, we back at it. We got the bulletin. Hopefully, be up this week, and we'll catch you guys during the week and whatever we do. Thank you guys for rocking out.
Yeah, I have a PSA. I got a PSA for everybody. If you go to cdkeys.com, whatever, Assassin's Creed Unity is there for 80 cents.
On what system?
What?
On what system?
For the Xbox One.
Never.
I'm about to
over at,
I love CD Keys, man.
CD Keys.
Thank you. We off the air. Appreciate it. Bang. Bacon.